Peace, peace, peace. What I'm about to bring out here is Nahum, biblical prophecy, and it's definitely biblical prophecy. Was really going on right now. The so-called year 2020. All right, I'm gonna read out the entire Nahum scripture of Nahum, the chapter. I mean, it's 3 chapters, by the way, and um, you know, this letter from Nahum, you know, is definitely of prophecy. He's a prophet. I believe Nahum is an Ashkelite, if I may say. We're going to get into the scripture as I go into the Bible. Please bear with me 1 second. He's an Alkoshite. Excuse me for that. He's an Alkoshite, all right? And I'm going to bring out a scripture too as well in Nahum, all right? Even though you have scriptures like Exodus 34 and 14, Deuteronomy 6 and 15, where it says he's a jealous God. You know, said it like more than 1 time, 2 times in the Bible, within the Bible, you know. It's a jealous God. You know, the Creator is very jealous. He's jealous that we serving after other gods. You know, you serving two masters. Matthew 6 and 24 explains that all. Exodus 23 and 5. You can't have two. You can't have no God or no graven image of God. You can't. You know, and we all claiming this God that created this one, and we don't know where this God came from. You know, we don't know what this God is about. We know where we got God, and we have God written in the Bible so many times. All right, there's no other doctrines from the Quran, out of the Quran, out of any books. No disrespect to anybody else's religion. You know, I'm keeping my peace. I'm saying my peace. I don't hear any other so-called religion or belief or tradition, you know, with a ritual, you know, have proof of what's going on, what's happening. You know, people are saying there's nothing going on. It's just natural causes. It can't be natural causes. It can't be natural causes. That's causing Kobe Bryant to disappear like that. You know, causing so many celebrities to be disappeared, being murdered, so many innocent lives to be snatched up, souls being taken away. There's something going on right now, and to get a step closer to find out where you can find out what's going on right now is to read this book, read the Bible itself, from the Old Testament to the New Testament, and then you see the Old Testament and the New Testament resembling our prophecy. All right, so let me get into Nahum. All right, I'm gonna read chapter 1, 2, and 3. All right, the whole entire book of Nahum. All right. So the burden, I want y'all to listen closely. All right, because if if you're a good listener like that, you were here for clues. You were here for signs. It's bringing out signs. It's telling us about chariots. It's telling us about our own people. It's talking about camps. It's talking about the weather, the locusts. It's talking about so many things, spiritual things and causes, destruction that's on this earth. And the Most High is the one that's causing these things to happen because we're thinking contrary of the Most High. When we're supposed to be on the same side of the Most High, right? Okay, so give your praises and whatever you fighting, you got your demons, keep fighting, keep repenting. The Most High know you're trying to quit, you're trying to repent. The Most High know what you have done in the past. The Most High know what you're exactly about to do. Alright? So you don't want to fall short, alright? Forgive me for talking, alright? Okay, now let me get to the scripture of Nahum. Alright? Because who could withstand the Lord's anger? Chapter 1. The burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Alkoshite. God is the jealous, and the Lord revenge it. The Lord revenge and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserve wrath for his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. He rebuked the sea and make it dry, and dried up all the rivers. Bashan languish, and Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon languish. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwelleth therein. Who can stand before the indignation, and who can abide the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown out by him. Verse 7. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of the trouble, and the knoweth them that trust in him. But with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemy. What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise upon up the second time, for while they be folding together as thorns, and while they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dried. There is one coming out of thee that imagine evil against the Lord, a wicked counselor. Thus said the Lord, thou though they be quiet and likewise many, yet thus said shall they be cut down when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more, for now will I break his yoke from off thee, and will burst thy bonds in sunder. And the Lord hath given a commandment concerning thee, that no more of thy name be sown. Out of the house of thy gods will I cut off the graven image and the molten image. I will make thy grave, for thou art vile. Behold, upon the mountains thy feet of him that bringeth good tidings, the published peace. O Judah, keep thy solemn feast before thy vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through thee. He is utterly cut off. Chapter 2. He that dash in pieces is come up before thy face. Keep the munition, watch the way, make thy loins strong, fortify the power mightily. For the Lord hath turned away the excellency of Jacob as the excellency of Israel, for the empires have emptied them out and marred their vine branches. The shield of his mighty men is made red. The violent men are in scarlet. The chariots shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation, and the fir trees shall be terribly shaken. The chariots shall rage in the streets. They shall jostle one against another in the broad ways. They shall seem like torches. They shall run like lightnings. He shall recount his worthies. They shall stumble in their walk. They shall make haste to the walk thereof, and the fence shall be prepared. The gates of the rivers shall be open, and the palace shall be dissolved, and Huzzab shall be led away captive. She shall be brought up, and her maid shall lead her, as with the voice of doves, tabering upon their breasts. But Nineveh is old like a pool of water, yet they shall flee away. Stand, stand, shall they cry, but none shall look back. Take ye the spoil of silver, take the spoil of gold, for there is none end of the store and glory out of the pleasant furniture. She is empty and void and waste in heart and melted, and the knees smite together, and much pain is all loins, and the faces of them are gathered blackness. Where is the dwelling of the loins, and the feeding place of the young lions, where the lion, even an old lion, walk, and the lions whelp, and none made them afraid. The lion did tear in pieces enough for his whelps, and strangle for his lioness, and fill his hole with prey, and his dens with raven. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will burn her chariots in smoke, and the sword shall devour thy young lions, and I will cut off thy prey from the earth, and the voice of thy messengers shall no more be heard. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not, the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lift up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there's a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there's none end of their corpses. They shall stumble upon their corpses. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness in the kingdoms of thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and I will make thee vile, and I will set thee as the gazing stock, and it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, never, excuse me if I got that wrong, neither is laid waste, who will her, bowman her. When shall I seek comforters for thee? Art thou better than Populus? No, that was situated among the rivers that had the waters around about, it. Excuse me, whose rampart was the sea, and her wall was from the sea. Ethiopia and Egypt were her strength, and it was infinity. Put and Lubim were the helpers, yet was she carried away. She went into captivity. Her young children also were dashed in pieces at the top of the streets, and they cast lots for her honorable men, and all her great men were bound in chains. Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid, thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. All the strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first striped figs. If they be shaken, they shall even fall into the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of are woman. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thy enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Draw thee waters from the siege. Fortify thy strongholds. Go into clay and tread the mortar. Make strong the brickling. Verse 15. There shall the fire devour thee. The sword shall cut thee off. It shall eat thee up like the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the locust. Hear that? The locust. Thou have multiplied the merchants above the stars of the heaven. The cankerworm spoil it and fly away. The crown, thy crown, hear that? Thy crown are the locusts, and the captains of the great grasshoppers, which camp in the hedges in a cold day. But when the sun arises, they flee away, and their place is not known where they are. The shepherds slumber, O king of Syria. Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust. Thy people is scattered upon the mountains, and no man gathered them. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruise of thee shall clap their hands over thee. For upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually? Alright, this is Crown Zelius. What I brought out was biblical prophecy from Nahum. Alright, so thank you for taking heed. And this biblical prophecy, you thought Revelation was something, take heed to Nahum, read it out yourself, alright? Peace, 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 because this is definitely what's going to happen, right? Shalom.